The wind howled through the desolate streets as John made his way home on that fateful night. Darkness blanketed the city, casting eerie shadows that danced along the sidewalks. He had stayed longer than usual at work, engrossed in his tasks and oblivious to the passing time. Now, fatigue clung to him like a suffocating shroud. As he turned the corner onto Elm Street, a chill ran down his spine. Something felt off. The usually bustling neighborhood was eerily quiet. No distant sounds of laughter or cars passing by. Only his footsteps echoed, amplifying his unease. A flickering street lamp up ahead bathed the surroundings in an eerie glow. Shadows twisted and writhed, playing tricks on John's weary mind. He quickened his pace, desperate to escape the unsettling ambience. But as he approached his apartment building, dread tightened its grip. The entrance was ominously dark, the usual warm light extinguished. John's heart pounded in his chest, a foreboding sense of danger consuming him. Summoning his courage, he stepped inside. The air inside was frigid, colder than the winter night outside. The hallway stretched out like a labyrinth, the silence swallowing his footsteps. John's rational mind urged him to turn back, to seek safety elsewhere, but a nagging curiosity propelled him forward. He ascended the dimly lit staircase, each creaking step echoing through the vacant building. The sound of his own breath became a disconcerting symphony in his ears. The higher he climbed, the heavier the atmosphere became, suffocating him with an intangible malevolence. Reaching his floor, he hesitated before his apartment door. It stood ajar, inviting him into the unknown. His trembling hand pushed it open, revealing a room steeped in darkness. A flickering candle on a nearby table cast distorted shadows across the walls. The scene before him froze him in terror. The furniture lay scattered, overturned as if a violent struggle had taken place. The walls were adorned with cryptic symbols, their meanings lost on John's bewildered mind. A sense of impending doom loomed over him. Then, a faint whisper reached his ears. A voice, barely audible, seemed to emanate from the darkest corner of the room. It called to him, drawing him closer against his will. He couldn't resist its hypnotic allure. As he approached, a figure materialized from the shadows. A woman, ethereal and haunting, with eyes that bore into his soul. She spoke in hushed tones, recounting tales of unspeakable horror and torment. John's mind teetered on the edge of madness, as if caught in a nightmare from which there was no escape. With each passing moment, the room grew colder, draining the warmth from his very being. He pleaded for release, for an end to this nightmarish ordeal. But the woman only smiled, a smile filled with malice and a hunger for his suffering. In a final act of desperation, John tore his gaze away from her, stumbling backward towards the door. His legs weakened, his body exhausted from the mental and physical torment. With one last surge of adrenaline, he lunged out of the apartment, slamming the door shut behind him. Gasping for breath, he found himself back on the desolate street. The darkness still clung to the city, but the sense of impending doom had lifted. John knew he had narrowly escaped a fate worse than death. A late goodbye, but a fortunate one. As he hurried away from that accursed place, John vowed never to venture into the depths of the night again. For within the shadows lay a darkness that hungered for souls, waiting to claim those who dared to linger past their time. A late goodbye had become a chilling reminder of the horrors that lurk in the night, forever etched in John's memory.